First night, Nurse Hallbrook, this gaunt, gray-haired woman with eyes like a winter sky, gave me the rundown. Stay out of 313, she said bluntly. She passed yesterday. They're sending someone for the body in the morning. I was stunned. Then why is she still in the room? Orders, she said, voice as dry as dust. There's red tape. She's covered and it's locked. Just don't open the door. Don't respond if you hear anything. Hear anything? She gave me that look. The one nurses who've seen too much were like a mask. Then she just turned and left me to it. St. Alora's was the kind of place they stopped building in the 70s. Long corridors, flickering fluorescence, and linoleum that always looked wet. It smelled like bleach and resignation. I was stationed at the East Wing Nurses Station. It was just me, a black and white monitor system, and the quiet hum of a building trying not to fall apart. Room 313 was at the far end of the hall. I tried to ignore it, but around 2:17 a.m., I heard the softest knock. Not loud, just gentle, measured tap, tap, tap. It stopped. Then again. Tap, tap, tap. I stood confused. No one else was on the floor. Maybe someone got the room wrong. Maybe a patient was wandering. I checked the monitors. Nothing but static in 313. Malfunctioning feed. I mumbled. I walked down the hallway. The cold floor sending vibrations up my legs. The building creaked as it always did, as if remembering every death it ever held. When I reached room 313, I paused. Dead silence. Then I heard it. A voice. Cold. So cold. Where's my son? I stepped back so fast I slammed into the wall. The voice came again. Nurse? Please, don't leave me in here. I knew she was dead. Hallbrook had said she died yesterday. I even checked the log. Margaret Elkins, 86 years old, pronounced deceased at 3:42 p.m., July 17th. So who was speaking? I bolted. The next morning, I confronted Hallbrook. She's dead, I said, but I heard her talking. Hallbrook didn't blink. You heard the room. It uses their voices. What the hell does that mean? She only repeated herself. You heard the room. I started digging. Margaret Elkins had been admitted for schizophrenia and severe dementia, but her notes were odd. Visions, muttering in sleep, talking to unseen children. And there was something else. Every staff note ended with the same phrase. She never left the room. Not once in 3 years. Night 2, I came prepared. I brought a crucifix. Not because I'm religious, just superstitious enough to carry something sharp and blessed. At 2:13 a.m., the lights flickered. 313's monitor cut to black. Tap, tap, tap. Then louder. Tap, tap, tap. Then the voice again. Nurse, are you there? It's so dark. I can't feel my hands. I radioed security. No answer. I grabbed the hall phone. Deadline. Then came the whisper. Closer now. I remember you. I nearly screamed. I never met her. Not before she died. How could she remember me? I left the wing. Just walked outside and sat in my car until daylight. Night 3 was worse. I told myself I imagined it. Stress. Sleep deprivation. But I still didn't go near 313. At 2:17 a.m., the fire alarm blared for 3 seconds, then stopped. Smoke? None. Then every single monitor on the board switched to room 313. Only now it was working. I saw her, Margaret, in the bed, eyes open, staring directly into the camera, mouth moving. I hit mute, but still heard her. She said, you come. She said you had the mark. What mark? I backed away. The hall lights shut off. Footsteps shuffled. I turned to see a shape, just a silhouette, standing halfway down the corridor. Not moving, just watching. I grabbed my flashlight and shined it. Nothing there, but the monitor still showed her. Sitting up now, eyes wide, she raised her hand and pointed. The hallway door creaked open. I ran again. I should have quit, but I needed the money. I asked Hallbrook the next day, what's really in that room? She sighed. Margaret was the fourth to die in 313. The others didn't stay dead either. She leaned in. There's something wrong with the room. We don't know what. We don't move it. We don't open it. We wait. Wait for what? For it to forget. That night, I brought a priest. He laughed at me. This isn't The Exorcist, he said, but I begged him to bless room 313. He reluctantly agreed. He sprinkled the door frame with holy water. The second he touched the handle, it burned his hand. Blisters formed instantly. He turned pale and said, "There's a presence, but it's older than hell." That was the last I saw of him. He died in his sleep 3 days later. I stopped going to work, but then things followed me home. 313 started appearing in dreams. I was in the room, alone, but not alone. She would appear, Margaret, standing in the corner, mouth sewn shut, eyes leaking blood. She never moved, until I blinked, then she was closer. I stopped sleeping altogether. My apartment lights began to flicker. My dog went in the hallway. My mirror fogged up with breath when I was in the bathroom. I called St. Alora's, asked to speak to Holbrook. They said she was found dead in room 313. Blood loss, both ears torn off, no signs of struggle, and on the wall, a message scrawled in blood. Not her anymore. It's been a week. Last night, I turned on the TV and it went straight to a grainy feed. Room 313. But the bed was empty. Then I saw my name. On the wall, scrawled in black. Next. Now my apartment smells like bleach. My phone rings at 2:17 a.m. every night. No one there. Sometimes I hear the tapping on my door. 3 soft knocks. And sometimes she answers when I speak. If you're hearing this and you work in healthcare, check the records at your facility. Find out if room 313 exists. And if it does, stay out. Because some rooms hold more than patients. Some keep what dies in them. And some just want to open their door one more time. This has been Mr. Grimhour. Lock your doors. Count your knocks. And never answer when it's your name whispering back.